ముఖ్యంగా ఇప్పుడు మన ముందుకు వచ్చిన వారు కల్నల్ సునీల్ యాదవ్ గారు, శౌర్య చక్ర, అండ్ హీఈస్ డైరెక్టర్ ఆర్మీ రిక్రూటింగ్ ఆఫీస్. సో వారు విలువైన సమయాన్ని ఇక్కడికి వెచ్చించి ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి మనందరికీ కూడా ఆర్మీ రిక్రూట్మెంట్ వాళ్ళు తీసుకుంటున్న చర్యలు, తర్వాత వివిధ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్లో పారా మిలిటరీ కోర్సెస్ కానీ లేకపోతే ఆర్మ్డ్ ఫోర్సెస్లో కానీ ఏమి ఉన్నాయి అనేది ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడం కోసం వచ్చారు. సో వారికి సాధారణంగా స్వాగతం పలుకుతూ శ్రీ కల్నల్ సునీల్ యాదవ్ గారు.
Thank you so much for having me here. Very good afternoon to all. It is indeed a matter of great pride and privilege for me to interact with you all through this outreach virtual program to create an awareness about the various opportunities, employment opportunities in the Indian Army. So myself, Colonel Sunil Yadav, I am the Director Recruiting, Army Recruiting Office, Secunderabad. So our office is responsible for recruitment of all eligible youth, male and female both, from the state of Telangana into Indian Army. So I'll just broadly give you the procedure how to go about, because as I have been told that the awareness about the recruitment process or how to enroll into Indian Army is not that as compared to other part of the, the northern part and other part of the country. So we are here to facilitate you with this. So our office is basically responsible for this recruitment process only. To start with, all the eligible youth of the Telangana state, which includes all 33 districts of Telangana. So they have to, the first process of this recruitment is the online registration onto the official website of Joint Indian Army. So all you have to go is just go onto this website. So generally in the month of February, March every year for the recruitment year, like this year 2027, the recruitment registration is already over. So you have to just check the various notification, keep visiting this official website and keep checking the various updates with respect to the notification, eligibility criteria and various entries which are there on the site. And then you have to, depending on your choice and your eligibility criteria, you have to register there online. Once you are registered, you will receive the admit card on your registered email and registered mobile number, some ticker or text message. Then you can download that admit card, and there is an online common entrance examination post your successful registration. We conduct an online common entrance examination pan-India. It's a pan-India examination like we have other competitive exam. So it is a computer-based test which is generally conducted in more than 200 plus cities all across the country, and the centers are 400 plus like this year. So once you have appeared in the entrance exam, so depending on your categories you have applied for, you will appear in the entrance exam. After that exam, you will be shortlisted. So the candidates who get shortlisted in the online entrance examination, they go for the second subsequent stage of the recruitment process. So that includes basically the physical fitness tests, followed by the physical measurement test, and subsequently there is a medicals for all these Agniveer recruits. And after they have done with their medicals, then there is a final merit list which is prepared, and then they are called for they are dispatched to respective training centers for undergoing the various training for the various arms and services of Indian Army. So as I was just telling you about I'll just briefly touch upon what all it includes. So in the second part, we call it recruitment rally, that we conduct in one of the district of Telangana state, and all the candidates who have been shortlisted in the written exam, they visit that district and take part in the recruitment rally. So these are the candidates who have successfully qualified in the written examination. So the first day they undergo the physical fitness test. So physical fitness test includes the run, which is 1.6 kilometer run test, followed by they have some physical test like beam oblique pull-ups we call them. So thereafter there is a zigzag balance and there is a 9-foot ditch. So there are three main obstacles in the physical fitness test. They have to undertake this test. Once they have qualified in these tests, then they move to the another stage, that is physical measurement test. So, in physical measurement test, their height, their weight and their chest are measured, and if they are found fit in the physical measurement test, then they are called for the medicals the subsequent day or the next day the following day. So, medical is again depending on the requirement or the category on which they have applied. So, they undergo the medicals by the army doctors, that is they are called recruiting medical officers, and post medicals, if they are found fit in the recruitment rally medicals, they are considered as medically fit candidates. Those who have got some aberrations, temporary unfit or permanent unfit, they are sent for the specialist review in the military hospitals. Like in this case, in Telangana, we have a military hospital, 𝗳𝗧𝗏𝗧. So, like every state has got military hospitals / base hospitals. So, once they go to the medicals, then generally the recruitment process, let me tell you, is a very transparent and a very merit based system. So, then the final merit list is drawn, and then the shortlisted candidates get their results on the website as well as their registered email. Then they are supposed to report to the Army Recruiting Office, 𝗳𝗧𝗏𝗧 for the documentation, and then we carry out the dispatch process there, and then we send them to respective training centers for the training. So, there are few highlights in the recruitment process I would like to bring about here. So, one is if you are a NCC cadets, like for NCC cadets who have obtained NCC A, B or C certificates, they have got some bonus marks in the exam. So, like depending on your certificate you have obtained, like A certificate generally let us say 5 marks, B gets 10 marks, and C certificate gets all the candidates who have got C certificates have got 20 marks. And candidates, in addition to the NCC certificates, if they have represented at Republic Day parade, so they get additional bonus marks. So, that is very important. These NCC certificate holders get bonus if they are applying for armed forces, not only in army, but also in the other defense services like Air Force and Navy as well. Coming on to the sports person. So, outstanding sports person, if he is represented, like in Telangana, he has represented any district or any state or national level. So, he also gets some bonus marks towards the overall merit, as well as since they are outstanding sports person, they get some relaxation, the concession in the physical measurement. I just talked about the physical measurement test, that is height, weight and chest. So, if you are an outstanding sports person and you have represented, let us say India or a state or a district, and you have obtained in the individual event, if you have got some medal like gold, silver or bronze, oblique some team event, if up to the 6th position you have got, so then you get concession of around 2% in height, and then you get 5 kg concession in the weight and 3 centimeters in chest. So, also in addition to that, those candidates who are a son / wards of ex-serviceman / some widow / war veterans, they also get some bonus marks towards the overall final merit. So, one should always while applying, they should always mention while they are registering for the army recruitment that they belongs to this category also. There is one, we keep going to the various schools, colleges and engineering colleges, ITI, polytechnics and various educational institutions of the state of Telangana. So, we keep listening, I mean people keep coming up to us with a lot of queries with respect to, should we take some agents, some lot of agents and some touts approach us that they have got some links and they can help them in the recruitment process. So, at this, I use this platform to tell you all that army recruitment is a very fair and transparent process. So, you don't have to, get lured by these touts, agents. Nobody can help you other than your own hard work. If you are a meritorious candidate and if you don't have to pay anything to anyone, not even a single penny. Other than that, I mean, very, I think, minuscule, that 250 rupees that you pay for the registration. If you have paid that, and if you go through this recruitment process, you don't have to look for any agents or touts that somebody can help you, or somebody will put your name in medicals, or somebody will help you in the written exam as well. So this has to be kept in mind. It is very, very important. And also I would say you have to keep checking the official website of Join Indian Army for the latest updates regarding the notification and the recruitment process, the eligibility criteria. So as of now, I just told about, like I talked about the categories. In categories, you have Agniveer General Duty category in which you can apply. So Agniveer GD category is one category. Second category is Agniveer Technical. So my co-panelists have just mentioned about various skills-based degrees and courses. So you can check the eligibility on the official website, and if you are meeting those qualification requirement, so you can apply for the Agniveer Technical category. Then third category you can apply is the Agniveer Clerks, who do the clerical work in the Indian Army, as well as the Storekeeper Technicals. So they also have a slightly different QR to apply. So they can also apply depending on your qualification. Then the fourth category is Tradesmen. Tradesmen include the carpenter, the mason, the machinist, the vehicle mech, etc. So they should be 10th class qualified, and then depending on your qualification, they can apply for various trades in the Indian Army. And then we have a very 8th class tradesmen also, like those who are into the housekeeping, those who have done some degree certificate courses, they can also apply for such like jobs. Now coming on to the age limit for this generally is this year, from last recruiting year, the age limit have been increased, like from 17.5 years to 22 years. Any male or female candidate who is lying between this age of 17.5 to 22 is eligible to apply for all these categories which I have just mentioned. And in addition to that, lot of query we receive on our portal as well as grievances, that whether the female candidates are eligible. Yes, of course, female candidates are also eligible for the women military police in the Indian Army. So same like they have also this similar kind of qualification. The detailed qualification can be checked on the official website of ours, that is joinindianarmy.nic.in. Now the age criteria I have just mentioned. This year, last recruiting year, that is 2026, we have come up with one more additional I would say application type, and you can apply for, a candidate can apply for more than one category. Let's say if a candidate is eligible for Agniveer General Duty and Agniveer Technical, so he can apply in both. So that means earlier it used to be just one candidate can apply for one category only. From last year, any candidate who is eligible for more than one category also can apply for more than one category. So depending on his written exam and his overall merit, if he is not making a cut oblique merit in the first category, he might be considered for the second category. So that is a very good I would say opportunity. So I just forgot to mention, it is not just the profession or an employment. It is army is a way of life. It is a way of life built upon your discipline, courage, honor, and it is the opportunity to serve the nation, and also national security and the nation building you can contribute by joining the army. So we are definitely looking for the dedicated youth and the motivated youth who wants to serve the nation and show their love or patriotism towards the country. So they should come, and I would like to encourage all of them to take this as an opportunity and do not let it go waste, because I'm sure with this Agniveer scheme under the 𝗳𝗧, you have opportunity to even quit after 4 years if you don't want to continue, and you can thereafter the various state government and the central armed police forces, like I was talking about the BSF, we have a central armed police forces also. So those who have left Agniveer after 4 years, so they can join BSF, CRPF, ITBP, CISF, like in this case it is Telangana Police. So, from the Ministry of Home Affairs, almost all the paramilitary forces have come up with the reservations, like some have come up with 10% reservations for the ex-Agniveers, some have come with 20%. In addition to that, the public sector undertaking, there are reservations for the ex-Agniveers, because post completion of their 4 years in army, they get a skill certificate also. And if you talk about the pay and packages, so they are at par with the, if you talk about anywhere, if they are serving in the field areas or the horse, because generally the young students have this mindset, or they have this inhibition in their mind, apprehension, whether they will go to like far from their hometown, or they will be serving in the like northern borders or the eastern borders. So I would just like to tell them, if they are serving in the harsh areas like that, so whatever allowances are applicable to any soldier, they are also entitled to get all those pay and allowances, in addition to whatever is their salary packages. So they should not be worrying about that. In addition to that, they get the medical facilities from the army, they get the professional skills certificate, and then they have got, in addition to their professional life, they can also pursue their adventure sports. If they have been a sports person, they can pursue their sports after joining Indian Army. So I'll just quickly, there are, after joining Indian Army, there are few arms and services which a candidate can choose depending on his choice or his interest, like parachute battalions, those who are take parts in the special operations. Then we have those who are into tank battles. I mean, those who love tanks, they can go for the armored corps. And then we have artillery, and then mechanized infantry. So Army Air Defense, in a recent 𝗹𝗶𝗸𝗶, you must have heard all those air threat which was coming onto the country by our adversary, the enemy. So all those were also taken care. They have played a very pivotal role, the Army Air Defense, wherein they thwart any kind of threat which comes from the air. So they were very much instrumental in this 𝗹𝗶𝗸𝗶 as well. So Army Aviation, those who are interested in flying, so they also get an opportunity to fly the Army helicopters, and various attack copters have also been inducted into the Indian Army. So then engineers, those who have done diplomas and ITI, I forgot to mention there. So those who have done 10th class and thereafter they have gone for 1 year or 2 year ITI or a polytechnic diploma, they also get additional marks if they are applying for Agniveer technical entry. So they get a bonus, and also depending on their stream which they have opted during their diploma or the ITI, they can opt for the that arms specific. So then for the communication in the Indian Army, we have a Corps of Signals. So generally they look after the communication part of the Indian Army, wherein whether we are in the field or in the battle or in the peace locations, so the Signal Corps is responsible for establishing the communications. So all those with background of engineering and communication, electronics and communications diploma, they are fit for this corps. So then we have some services like electronics and mechanical engineering, Army Ordnance, Army Medical Corps, Army Services Corps. So in Army Medical Corps, all those like pharmacy, all those nursing assistants, all those doctors, they can join Army as a doctor. So a lot of people ask me these questions, why join Army? So the answer is there on the screen. So you get to do a lot of action, of course the adventure, travel, unmatched lifestyle, and of course the professional growth. So we have been participating in many, operations in the past, and also some peacetime activities wherein we assist the state government on the national government of India. So generally at the end I would just like to say you have to keep yourself abreast with the latest updates, and I would urge all the disciplined and dedicated youth of the state to take this as an opportunity and serve the nation and contribute towards the nation building, and do regularly check our official website for all the notifications, various eligibility criterias, and various updates which we keep coming every now and then, which will keep you updated with respect to latest entry which you can apply for. I would also like to touch upon the officers level entry. I have just concluded the 𝗳𝗧𝗵𝗵. In officers level entry, you have National Defence Academy. So all those 12th pass students, they can appear in the UPSC examination for the National Defence Academy. And after going to National Defence Academy, while filling their choices, they can write Army, Navy and Air Force as their choice. And then they can undergo 3 years training at National Defence Academy, followed by 1 year training at their respective academies, that is Indian Military Academy, Air Force Academy and Naval Academy. Then those who are just qualified 12th class and interested in applying for the technical entry scheme, that is all those technical arms and services army. So depending on their JEE main scores, so they can apply, and based upon the merit, they will straight away get a call letter for the service selection board, wherein they can just appear there, and followed by the interviews and the final merit, they can join the respective arms and services in technical. Then there is a graduate level entry also, that is called Combined Defence Services Examination. That is for the graduates, all those graduates who have done graduation and scored 50% marks, they can apply. And while applying, they can fill up their choice whether they are interested in Army or Navy, Air Force. Likewise, they have got a technical graduate course also entry. That is also for the those engineers who have done engineers in various stream. They can join Army as an officer after completing their respective degrees from the colleges, any authorized government engineering colleges. So these are the few officers entries, and likewise the same entries, all entries which I have just told, they are not only for the male candidates, all the female candidates can also apply for all these categories, whether it is officers and officers or the 𝗳𝗧𝗵𝗵 entries. So at the end, I would just like to thank all of you for your valuable time, and I wish to see a lot of youth joining Indian Army from the state of Telangana too. And any query or any questions you have, you can approach us through our official website, as well as our telephone number. Our office is in Army Recruiting Office, 𝗳𝗧𝗵𝗵. So you can just Google it and find our location, as well as the telephone number / through mail also you can approach us. Thank you once again for all your valuable time. Jai Hind.